Hey guys! So, this is not going to be like a terribly long video, but I am super annoyed with a Snapchat rant that Amberlynn Reid went on recently and an Instagram like Q&A that she did where she answered questions about whether or not her girlfriend, Becky Williams, did or did not drunk drive. Now, before I get into my opinion of whether or not Becky drunk drove, I just want to be clear that at the end of the day, Amberlynn needs to be more thoughtful about what she puts out there. And she can't go and pretend to be mad about something when she is the one who puts out the content that shows these things happening. And I don't believe her fake surprise and frustration over people asking if Becky drove drunk, because Amberlynn is smart and puts things out intentionally. There have been many people who have commented on this. I don't think she's dumb. I want to be clear. I think she knows exactly the kind of content she puts out and why she puts it out. My thoughts are just like, girl, this is stupid. And the fact that you want to act like you aren't aware of what your girlfriend may or may not be doing and how you're presenting it is ludicrous. So, in case you didn't know, in the past week, Amberlynn has put out 2 different videos which have alluded to people drinking at the lake, at Toxic Lake, as some of you in the community are referring to it these days. And on both of those days, she alluded to there being drinking that was happening amongst her roommates and Becky. The first one was in the video, I made a mistake, and I'm going to show you the things that have led people to believing that at some point, Becky probably drove drunk. So in this video, well, just watch it.
So yesterday's swimming was a lot of fun, but I think I did a no-no. I've noticed that like every time lately I've been having like cheese or whatever, my stomach hurts like really bad. It's like my gallstone area. It sucks. It sucks. So I had cheese yesterday, and then when we were at the lake, Becky and I actually bought Eric and Ricky some alcohol to drink. I haven't drank since I started taking antidepressants. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna drink, da-da-da-da. They're like, oh, come on, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And so I ended up drinking one. It was a Mike's lemonade, and I chugged it, like literally chugged it. Because I didn't really want to drink all my medicine, but then I was like, you know what, I want to be having fun too. So I chugged it.
So as you can see, in this video, Amberlynn talks about how she made a mistake and how she joined everybody else in drinking because she wanted to have fun. She just had one Mike's Hard Lemonade. Great, perfect, whatever. But she talks about how she wanted to drink with Becky, Eric, and Ricky, and how she wanted to have fun as well. There we go. Alright, so that is video 1, where you might allude or infer, or I'm making words up and using words inappropriately, but you might, speculate that somebody had to drive drunk because Amberlynn girl doesn't drive, and Becky and Ricky usually are the ones driving. So one of those 2 people probably drove drunk that day, since Amberlynn said that they were all drinking. Okay? Alright, let's just put that out there. The second video was uploaded literally just like a day or 2 ago, and it was called I'm Asking for Help or something along that line. Now, in this video, before they even get to the lake, she shows the alcohol that they're taking. So, watch this.
So you guys are bringing this alcohol? They're bringing hard cider rose apple. And is this Becky's? Yeah. Mike's Hard. I'm not drinking. So don't you guys fret your little hearts.
And as you can see, she points out the Strongbow that Eric and Ricky are taking, and then the Mike's Hard that she identifies as Becky's as taking to the lake to drink, right? And again, in this video, we see Becky get back into the car, into the driver's seat. Now, Amberlynn is focusing on one part of her video and thinking that that's why the people in her comments section and on Instagram and Snapchat, etc. are questioning why Becky was drinking. And so this is the part of the video that Amberlynn is focusing on.
I swear, I always make it to the car first, but Becky's in the water from them drinking. There was a can that started floating, so she went and got that.
So she's focusing on the fact that she said in this video that they were drinking, and so Becky had to go get the can out of the water. Amberlynn, if you, after watching those other two parts, those other two clips that I showed in this video, if you really think that that was the part that they are talking about, you're either incredibly dense or you're clearly trying to avoid the real issue. Not to mention the fact that, you know, if Becky really was drunk driving, that there was a small child in that car, and that there were all kinds of other folks who were driving on the roads of Kentucky that day that might have been impacted by your girlfriend's poor decisions to drive drunk. So, what we can say, and what I will give you the benefit of the doubt, Amberlynn, is that, you know, you never showed Becky actually drinking anything. And people do change their minds, and it is possible, you know, that Becky got to the lake that day and said, you know, I brought this alcohol, I originally was feeling like drinking, but now I'm not. Regardless, there's two things that are problematic with that. One, the fact that you clearly showed that she was bringing alcohol with the intentions to drink and drive when she clearly drove your vehicle there. And two, that you don't understand why people are concerned about this. Why you don't understand that they might be concerned because you showed and alluded to the fact that Becky was bringing alcohol, and then you showed her getting into the driver's seat of a car and getting ready to drive you home. So this is my concern. You know, whether or not she actually drunk drove, we probably don't have the hard facts. Like, ain't nobody there with a breathalyzer. Ain't nobody there seeing her drink except the people that were there. You didn't film her drinking anything. And so yeah, so maybe she didn't actually drink. But you are incredibly ignorant if you think that your viewers and the people who watch you have no reason to be concerned that homegirl was drinking, okay? So let's just make that clear. I feel several types of ways about this because, you know, I have seen the impacts of drunk driving in my life, both from, unfortunately, like family members that I have that have driven drunk, and because I have known folks who have been impacted because they were not the drunk driver, but they were the victim of drunk driving. So, you know, it's incredibly reckless for you as somebody with a public platform to even have any reason for your viewers to believe that Becky was driving drunk. And I really think you should take some ownership of that instead of complaining about why everybody is being so ridiculous for thinking that, you know? You say things like, well, obviously she wouldn't. Really? Obviously she wouldn't? I don't know, girl. All the facts that you have, all the things that you've shown us showed that maybe obviously she would. Like, your use of the word obviously in your Snapchat stories and things like that is an incorrect use of that word, because obviously suggests that it's very clear that something happened. And in this case, it is not clear whether or not she did or didn't drive drunk, but there is evidence that suggests maybe she did, which is why your viewers are concerned. I hope you guys don't mind that this was like a slightly shorter video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe. Let me know down below, what are your thoughts on this mess? Did she drive drunk? Did Becky drive drunk? Did she put people's lives at risk? Did she put her nephew's life at risk? Let me know, sound off down in the comments below. Make sure to hit like, follow me on all my social media, and above all else, I can't wait to see you in my next video. Have a good day, everybody. Bye!